listeners, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Talk the Torque. I'm your host, Desh Pillay-Bechin, and joining me today is Vivian Mofokwane, and she's the sales executive at Hyde Park Toyota. So Vivian is competitive, and being competitive is all about having the desire to be more successful than you were yesterday. I think her only competition is herself. So Vivian believes that competitiveness doesn't mean being jealous or wanting to outshine others. Instead, it's all about being willing and ready to work the extra mile and to be, as I said earlier on, the better version of yourself and strive for excellence. Let us welcome Vivian, and as always, this interview is proudly brought to you by Sariti Solutions and ever by Nedbank. Hi Vivian.
Hi.
So we just had a big old laugh off camera, or off air. But thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
And yeah, thank you for everything you do in the motoring trade, and congratulations on your nomination.
Thank you. And thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Are you having fun?
I am, though I'm nervous. With cameras and all that, I'm being on camera, so there is a
but
little
listen,
bit of
you
nerves.
are
but
such
I
a knockout,
accept
eh? You are such an amazing person, so unique. We've spent a lot of time off camera, so I really am so glad that you are part of our movement. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So I think let's start with your journey in the motoring trade. Where did this all begin?
It started back in 2009, I will say, because I still remember very clearly that we were excited about the World Cup.
Yes.
Is
it that long ago?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
okay.
telling you. So we were all excited about the World Cup and all that. So that's when I got into the industry. And it wasn't that easy, but the journey has been so beautiful. The bad and the good of the industry, I've tasted them all. So, so it's been such a beautiful journey. I've grown a lot, and I've become the woman I am, and stronger and wiser. I've become, yes.
Yeah. So, what do you love most about your brand?
The number one in the world, first of all. I would say the reliability with the brand I'm in, and just the confidence that you get with the brand, because the world is talking about this brand and the goodness of this brand. So I love the brand so much.
You love Toyota.
Yes,
Say
exactly.
it, I love Toyota.
I love Toyota.
So Vivian, how do you feel about, obviously you've accepted your nomination because you see the bigger picture of what we're all about, and that's empowering women. Not about winning this competition, but about using your voice to encourage, to uplift, and to empower. So how do you feel that there's a platform in the motoring trade that is geared towards doing all of those?
I will say we have this stereotype mind, like cars are for men. I think most of the ladies, we think when you talk about cars, we talk about guys.
Right.
And just for the platform to be created that you can be able to tell other ladies that girls, women, young ladies, it is happening in the motor industry, that you can actually grow yourself and you can actually be yourself in the industry. It's not about gender. So because most of the women, they think cars, it's you find few of women who thinks cars are for them, but most of the women, they think like cars are for men. But no, with the journey that I've walked in this industry, I've seen a lot. I've seen women becoming DPs. I've seen women doing it in the finance department. I've been
engineers as well.
Yes, I've seen, yes, like I can say even at my work, I've got ladies who work at the workshop, like they pulling those tires and fitting them on cars, you know, like technicians. It's
amazing,
so
right?
yes, it is. So it's not a world for men only. So with this empowerment, it's a very exciting thing that women must know that they are capable, and as women we can do everything.
Absolutely.
Exactly, we are capable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why do you think though that women do well in our trade?
I think women are stronger. Women are more understanding. I think we are patient. I think that's what God blessed us with,
empathy and tolerance.
Yes, we can
nurturing.
Yes, definitely. I think that is why we are making it in this industry, because but it makes you tough, hey?
Right.
So we are tough and tender at the same time.
If you could do it all again in terms of your career, or maybe even your studies, what would you have changed to empower you in the position that you're in?
I will say I love this business world, like marketing and all that. So I think if I were to redo my career, I will still be in the industry of running a marketing business.
Okay.
Because I think it has grown in me,
right,
and I've seen the potential in this.
I think there's a misconception in terms of sales executives, especially in the motoring trade, where people think you're only there to actually service the client and sell a car. There's so much more that you've got. You're literally running your own business within that department.
100%.
So marketing is a very, very big, crucial, integral part of your growth.
Exactly.
So what would you say would be the hardest thing that you would have to give up in terms of you moving up the ranks? Becoming the sales manager, becoming the dealer principal?
I love interacting with people, different people. I've come to see actually getting different energies. I've come to grow from whether it's a bad customer, whether it's a good customer, you get different of them. So I don't know how, but for some reason in that, I navigate myself in that, you see. So I would always want to be interacting with clients.
Right. That's
exactly. That's where I get the thrill. I promise you that you find the hard ones, you find the good ones, but I promise you, I always navigate to find myself in that. And that's one thing that amazing.
So Vivian, who inspires you?
I will be so unfair if I have to pinpoint, because there are many, especially on this journey. I will be so unfair if I have to say. That will be so unfair if I have to think about
Then don't give me an answer in terms of your career.
Yeah.
At home, who inspires you?
I was saying my mom.
There we go. See, now you're not taking sides.
No, she doesn't have a competition.
You see?
No, she doesn't have a competition. For the woman that she is, we get it from our mother. Strong.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Then you go out there, you face the world. It's because of the woman who molded you to be the person that you are.
True. I recently had COVID and I phoned my mom and I spoke to her and I think I really suffered symptoms for just a day, and the next day I was fine. And my mom just went through cancer, and she's like, "Yeah, you're just like me. You got that from me." And I was like, "Yeah, I trust you to take the credit for my strength." But it's true. It is true.
Yeah.
We're very blessed.
We draw strength from them. Truly. Yes.
So, do you have any words of wisdom, advice for young girls that want to join our trade?
I will say to the young girls, they really need to be consistent, and also being consistent in which way that you really need to know what you want.
Yes.
Because the industry is so broad. So it's like we have been given an opportunity to run our own business in somebody else's business. You understand? So getting in there, you need to have focus, and you can build your own business. You can write your own check. If you want to run an empire, so look at that business and run it like it's your own business. Absolutely. That is why I always talk about marketing. It's actually the key of all these things.
Absolutely.
So you need to be focused, you need to be consistent with one mind of building your own business, which is you yourself.
Absolutely. Vivian, I think
brand.
having said that, it's important to understand that sometimes in life you've got to take risks.
Exactly.
And I think there's one thing I believe in: if you don't risk anything, you risk even more.
Exactly.
Does it make sense?
That's
Does it make
definitely
sense?
because
Yes.
you know, when you are far and then you look at the motor industry, then you start thinking about what they're dealing with. Okay, she's a sales executive, she sells cars. Ooh, what if you didn't sell cars? What's gonna happen? So I think one thing that I hear from everyone, it's like, okay, when you sell cars, they're looking at the cars. Cars are a big thing. You're thinking about somebody who's buying a bread. If they don't have money tomorrow, they can't buy bread. Then you start thinking about cars. It's a big thing. And then you're asking yourself, do people buy cars? And you know, and then they start have a negativity from because it's cars. And I promise you, just like the way you're selling your chewing gums outside, that is how it is when you're selling cars, because you create a platform of I'm dealing with these huge metals, and with the marketing that you go big.
Yes.
You get what I mean?
Yes. So in other words, it's absolutely doable. Take the risk because it is rewarding.
Exactly.
So and I mean, you are testament to that.
Exactly.
You took a risk. You are in the trade now for more than 13 years, 14 years, and you're making it. And you're successful. You've brought up your daughter, who's now 22 years old, right? And she's second year varsity.
Exactly.
So you're leading a successful life, and it can be done. Well done, Vivian. Can't wait to see what happens in the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you kindly for having me.
You're welcome, viewers. Thank you so much for watching, commenting and sharing our interviews and content. Our non-profit company is the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards, which is powered by MFC and Evo by Nedbank, and the Talk the Torque studios, powered by Sariti Solutions, are aimed at recognizing and celebrating the women of motoring South Africa. We are not just telling stories, we are changing lives, and together we aim to empower and uplift the women of our trade. For those of you that are searching for your new ride, please visit www.auto.evo.africa. We have thousands of vehicles on sale for you to choose from, and we only advertise on behalf of reliable and trustworthy MFC accredited dealerships. This car listing portal is incredibly user-friendly, and you can also find vehicle reviews and car maintenance tips and advice, all courtesy of Talk the Torque Studios. So ladies, to be prepared is half the victory. I always say that 90% of success lies in the planning. The secret of success is to be ready when the opportunity comes, and confidence comes from being prepared. It is better to look ahead and prepare than to look back and regret. So never stop doing great just because someone doesn't give you credit. A desire to succeed is important, but being prepared for it is even more important. And with that, I would like to remind you that the question isn't who's going to let me. It should always be who's going to stop me.